Good morning, good morning, good morning. Monday morning again. That means a list of 5 live. And Mark's in very early. Hello, Mark Bowerbird Smith. You brought me a bit of luck, I think, because I've just had an offer on something that's been hanging around for over 6 months. It's this. Boom. An Adidas Chelsea FA Cup winners. I got this from a jumble sale. And it was the last jumble sale I went to before the last lockdown. The last jumble sale before the first lockdown. So it's probably about this time last year, around about then. And I remember we were all waiting outside. It was in Wimbledon, and you know, in a church hall, and you could see all of the people in there, and they had a little chat to gen themselves up. There was like the head honcho church guy, and he was just giving them a geeing up last minute talk. Come on, team, let's do this. And this was hung up on the far wall. And I was first in the queue, but, you know, there were loads of other resellers going, no, I don't mind that. Anyway, I went over there, and this was there with like 2 big Chelsea flags, which I can do well without. But I think they wanted a tenner for this or something crazy. It was some crazy price. And I seem to remember I bought it with a couple of DS games randomly. Can't remember how much it cost, probably about £8 or something like that. I've just got an offer for 24, so I love that. I'll take that all day long. £24. Sorted. Right. From the stream. There we go. Remove myself from the stream and leave you with my desktop. Right. So I am. Can you hear me? Chelsea, Lampard's getting sacked. Wowzers. Well, I was reading that they're maybe sniffing around Brendan Rodgers, which will be an interesting one. Of course, Rafa's available, but I don't think Chelsea would want him. So here we go. It's blooming cold out there. I've got to go down to Hermes later on with a 60 by 50 by 40 box balanced on a little pull-along trolley. Tiny little thing. So it's wobbling all over the place, and it's got like bungees all over it. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to go when the ice has melted a little bit. It's just starting to melt, I think. So let's hope so. Who we got here? I've got Mark in, said hello to him. Phantom Scribe and Gary Hurst from Husty's Emporiums. Hello, Bailey. How you doing? Mike Chuckles got another Emporium in, Chuckles Emporium, and Pete's Retro's in. Channel Nem. Chris, how you doing, Chris? I'll drop you a message actually when I get I've been hearing back from my clothing people, so I'll let you know about that. Why would Brendan Rodgers leave Leicester for Chelsea? That's a very good point, and I think he may not do if he gets offered it. Obviously, Chelsea renowned for going through managers almost every season. Hi, Ali. Hi, Leanne. Thanks for watching the video on the snow. That was a nice little walk. I thought you might like that, Leanne. And Ali put a nice message on there as well. But it wasn't reselling. And I did promise to do a reselling sales video in that video. Of course, I lied. Well, no, other things came up, so it'll probably be going out tomorrow or the next day. What else has happened today? The zip's fallen off this, which, you know, is a bit of a nightmare, really, because I like this real fluffy jumper. But what can you do? It just sort of fell off. But I'll still wear it. I'm scraping at the bottom of the barrel. So, does every reseller have this kind of thing? Like this random Tupperware pot of stuff that they've picked up from a boot fair that just gets like chucked. And I've got a phone that has got really bad yellowing. Look, I don't know if you can pick it up because of the camera, but you see that mark there? Obviously, it's been like that. I could try and whiten it, but, you know, I can't be bothered with that. So we're going to have a look at some. Let's just have a look what's in this Beatles Oldies. I sold this about a month and a half ago. Could I find it? No. In short, looked all over the place. And pick this up today. It's in here. It's in the black hole of goodies in there. So the woman wanted it because her autistic son really wanted Yellow Submarine, which it has got on it. And but I had to cancel the order because I just couldn't find it. She was fine. She was cool. And I said, well, you could get the Beatles one album because it's on that. But yeah, several boxes of wires. Well, down there is a big box of power supplies and AV cables, and yeah, it's called the bin. Well, this is the point actually, because rather than list something, I'm going to go through. I'm going to go through my bag of goodies, box of goodies. So what? There's this. I mean, what is that? Well, it's being chucked, whatever it is, some sort of glowy ball. It's not. It's not a PS motion control. I'll tell you that. So that's going. I've got these, which is probably why I've got this box, because it had these in, and I probably said, well, how much do you want for the whole lot? So it's got Luigi and Yoshi and Toad and Bowser and Mario. So I'll look those up. What are they? I don't even know what they are. Amiibo. I don't know if you use them with a game. Could be part of a game. Looks like the crap they give the kids at Christmas fair. Yeah. Right, there's this Wooden Blue Man. Wooden Blue Man. That's going in the bin. A rubber ball, which I have a bit of an affinity with the rubber ball, because when I was about 12, I bought and sold rubber balls at school. It was a bit of a craze going on. Oh, this one's got a little dinosaur in there. So I'd buy them for like 3p and sell them for 10p or something. And my dad used to, for years, I'm saying like decades, he used to wind me up saying, buy a rubber ball, sell a rubber ball, become a millionaire, that sort of thing. Minecraft, eh? Do you think it's got any value? I was just going to chuck it straight in the bin. I don't think that's got any value. We'll have a look. I won't look up the rubber balls. What else have we got on here? We've got a purple chain. This is the sort of stuff that you just acquire. And then we've got a couple of Star Wars things, which I will keep because I quite like Star Wars. They're not vintage. They are obviously some later release. Some sort of Scout Trooper. What was another one of these Amiibo things? Oh, it's just the bottom of Luigi's one. It's come off. And then there's this, which looks like a Hothwamper, but with... I don't think it is a Hothwamper. It's got a little chest thing on. But I imagine that's Star Wars as well. And then just like loads of crud. What looks like a radio aerial for a little clock radio. A couple of guns. You know, just general crud, really. So, well, let's have a look at I wasn't planning on looking up Minecraft Wooden Blue Man, but I'll do it. Sort my tabs out. Yeah, so I am scratching around for stuff. I've got a load of other stuff actually, but I just thought I'd go through that little box of goodies. As ever, any questions, let me know. Anyone, I've got a few new subscribers. I was on Nick's channel, and there was a deluge of about 3 new subscribers came in, which was nice. And so if anyone is new, thank you very much. And every Monday morning I do a live stream. It's normally the only kind of long live stream I do. All my other videos are about 10 minutes long, and not normally walking in the snow. They're normally something to do with reselling. So hopefully keeping it on topic, if you know what I mean. So thank you for any new subscribers, and for the usual crowd, thank you as well. Right, a blue wooden man. It's not going to be worth it, anything, is it? Who wouldn't know? I was going to just give it to my boys, actually, because they are into Minecraft. Minecraft Dungeons. No, nothing there. Okay. So here we go in. Either in the bin or filling up a boy's room. Right, let's have a look at these then. Amiibo. Hello, Aid. How you doing? If I do miss anyone, I do apologise. Right, what's expensive? And let you play special characters in certain games. Right, I better go through the chat. So, Mark's painting. Layer it down. Always layer. I'm assuming you're painting a wall rather than a self-portrait of yourself, or doing a Titanic and painting your French ladies. Ready for the bin. Boxes and boxes of crap. Yeah, well, this is what this scraping. This is literally scraping the bottom of the barrel. I'm expecting some new stuff. Amiibos. They're expensive. Yeah, I thought it might be like what are those things called? We got loads of Star Wars things. We got with that we used with the Xbox, the Disney hexagon, whatever that was called. But let's have a look at this then. Amiibo. Bowser. Used. Hey, yeah, they're not bad money actually. Let's have a look at comps. William James, you were talking about Game & Watch the other day, and would you believe it? I picked one up on eBay yesterday in a junk pile, £17. Brilliant. I did buy a couple of the re-released Super Mario Bros. I only had 2 Game & Watch, I think, although I remember playing loads and loads of them as a kid, because I think, all my friends would have had various ones. But I had Snoopy Tennis, which was brilliant. And that was hanging around my mum and dad's house for ages, for quite a while. And I kind of had hoped it would still be there, but it's not, unfortunately. And I had Donkey Kong 2, which was the brown one, which was brilliant as well. That was lovely. I remember actually getting bought that for my birthday. So yeah, but I got 2 of the price had gone down to about 40 quid. So I just thought, oh well, I might as well get them. It's a Chinese import toy. Thanks, William. Hello, Tea Cakes. How you doing? A Zippo lighter collector. I sold a lighter the other day. Yeah, there's the sort of thing that's maybe worth niching into. Nice and small as well, lighters. Yeah, that might be a good buy. I'll go and put a bid in for 501. Yeah. All right, Lee, how you doing? Good to see you. Right, let's have a look then. Well, some of these have got a black base. God, they are quite pricey. Okay, so that's a standard Bowser. It's got a code on the bottom. Let's try this code. Oh, there's one exactly the same. 19 quid. I've struck gold in my little crappy Tupperware box. Okay. Well, I won't be listing these now. And I don't know whether to do them individually or as a bundle. I think individually. Something's 19 quid. Let's just have a quick look at the price of the others. Toadie. Yeah, that's that one. 14.50. Ooh, I struck gold in the rubbish pot. So we could be looking at like £70-80 worth of stuff. I imagine they've got a little thing in there. That one's dropped out. Let's just put him back. I have to put a little bit of glue in there, I think. Generally look at the bases, as those are the different sets. Oh, thanks, Jack. Yeah, they're all red bases. Am I gonna win? Luigi. That's tenner for that one, just coming up straight away. But someone has sold the two of these for 40. Mario Bowser and Luigi, but they've only put a photo of Mario and Luigi. Weird. Okay, so it looks like we're looking, 10, 20 quid each. Tenner for Mario, roughly. They're all seem to be going on bit. Oh no, there is a bite now there. Yoshi. Oh, well, they'll be going on later. Some nice photos of them. Yoshi. Probably one of my favourite characters. Just because I liked it on the pinball. I can't see any comps for that one. There's an unsold. But I imagine it's probably about a tenner. Right, yeah. Nice. Love it when a plan comes together. Hello, Becca. How you doing? Red with checkered flag. Red with checkered, yeah, checkered base. His original set. Look at that. Oh, look out for this sort of stuff in. That would have been why I got this little box of rubbish, because I don't normally go, how much for that? 20p. How much for that? I normally just look at it and I'll go, what do you want for the whole lot? Then then you normally get like £2 or something. So and that's why I end up with lots of boxes of stuff. Right, 17 minutes in. I haven't listed anything. Tea cakes. There are 500 lighters, and your bid is £2,500. Well, maybe if I go 2,500 and a penny, who knows? Yoshi is about 17. Thanks, Jack. All right, let's have a look at this yellowed phone and see if we can get anything for that. How much is a G-Mark phone worth? Yeah, like I say, any questions, anything you want to pick my brains on, or just wondering what my opinion on something, or can tell you I will. I've been enjoying the weather, but I can't wait for it to warm up. Right, comps on the... I think this might get chucked. I've chucked away so much stuff. I've chucked away a load of camcorders because they didn't work. But what I should be listing is the chargers. Do I normally list with YouTube in the background or to music? Sometimes I don't list with YouTube in the background. Definitely not. Unless it's just playing music. I don't have a channel on because I can't resist chatting, which probably not a good thing to say because everyone will just go. But sometimes I have music on. Normally, kind of. I was listening to a bit of ska this morning for some reason. Don't often listen to ska, but it's normally kind of like indie. 90s indie stuff, and I have certain albums that I love listening to. Like I listen to a lot of Prince because I love Prince, and like The Cure, Disintegration, I listen to that. So I think that's probably my favorite album ever. Echo and the Bunnymen, stuff like that. But sometimes I might just put on something completely random, but not a lot since like 1990. I think my record collection ended in 1990. So there we go. I don't think this is worth any money, this phone, which isn't surprising. When I bought it, I was desperate. I remember the feeling of desperation when I got that phone. I can't see a sold one. Yeah, there's lots of people selling sort of similar things brand new. So Who on earth is going to buy an old yellow one? Yeah, I knew that was a bad buy when I got it, however long ago it was. Right, continuing on with the stuff. So I've got loads of chargers, but also with these camcorders. There was one that was okay, which is it's a DVD camcorder, which isn't a great thing to get. That and compact cameras, and not. I think I'm going to concentrate on mini DV, mini tape, mini DV. I think it's called mini DVC, and 8mm. If I'm looking in the future. So I had a load of like VHC, which is compact cameras, which didn't work or were just like not worth selling. But here's something that came with one of them, and it's a converter, which is interesting. And it's an adapter for cassette. There we go, cassette adapter. And there was a tape in it, and it all worked. And I couldn't work out with the battery ring, but it's on the side here. It's just a normal AA battery, and they're all right money really for something that just looks like pretty inconspicuous. I think I had a little look yesterday. Anyone notice a spike in Royal Mail shares? No, not really. I don't really read the Financial Times, but since they took back Amazon and Hermes deliveries and possible 7-day working week, no, I didn't. Well, let's hope they sort out the postman and pay them a bit more money. In actual fact, let's hope all the people who are at the coalface, as it were, start getting a little bit more money. Right, so I'm just going to look this up. How much is one of these worth? Someone's trying to sell one for £45 with sleeve. Okay, that's what they're trying to sell it at. How much have they sold at? 20 quid. 21. Okay. 12, 20, 18, 22, 24, slightly different. 34.99, slightly different. 30. Is that the same one? Is that the same one? It looks like the same one. Similar. 35. So the one did sell for 51. Christ, big range of prices for these things. Okay, so I'm actually going to look at the current prices because the sold prices are all over the place. Looks like you can achieve that kind of price. Someone's got one on bids for 30. Buy it now 45. Buy it now 59. Oh, that's unbelievable price. Buy it now 45. Buy it now 45. It's a buy it now 39.99 for me. Definitely. Hello, B Lucky. How you doing? Hello, Richard. Adoring Endure. £15. Are you talking about these? Just let me know yes or no. Or are you talking about something else in the chat? I was thinking about 20. So if you are talking about that, but having looked at those solds, and they've sold from anything to 20 to 60, Richard Payne. Well, Richard Payne, I'm inclined to sort of copy on that one, the video box. Yeah, you have to get the most you can out of something, but with a realistic price, you know. And when I've got such a spread of prices like that, I'll look at the current situation. Now, 50 quid, yeah, definitely achievable because there are comps for 50 quid. But at the moment, is that 50 quid free postage. Yeah, 50 quid free postage. At the moment, there's a 45 quid free postage. I don't know if it's the exact same one. Oh, it is the exact same one. There's 45 free postage. There's 30 bids, 45 with postage, 45 free postage. So I am going to go 40 and see how I do with that. Let's get something listed anyway. Christ, I've been on for 25 minutes, all drafted. Yeah. That's good though, you know, for something that you just kind of like, it's just been, honestly, it's been sitting around. Better than a poke in the eye. Right, save that draft. That tape is a mini DV holder. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a converter. Yeah, it's not a tape. It's not got a battery in at the moment, but you go like that, and the two rollers go, and you stick your tape in. I didn't know if it was compact or mini DV, but you were obviously saying it was mini DVC, whatever. And then you go like that, and it goes. It's quite a simple thing, but worth a lot of money. So there we go. That's that one. Next one, I've got a car part for some strange reason. I'm becoming Nick Hills, but I've only got the one. Now the weird thing with this is an oil filter. It's got that in. It's the home of random junk, and it's got a rubber gasket thing that comes with it. The only thing I was slightly worried about was that it's got a model number on there, which I mean, you probably can't see, but it's 3078821, and it didn't match up with the number on here. So I think I'm just going to sell it. I'll sell it without the box, but say it's new, because I don't want to risk anyone thinking, why do you draft them and not list them, Pete? Because I haven't done the photos. That's the only reason. I will do the photos. It's a little bit, if at this time of year, if I'd done the photos at 9 o'clock in the morning, kind of where I take the photos, the light isn't good, and the light's good kind of just a bit later in the day, but they will go on today. So that's the only reason, really. I've been trying to sort of like keep with my plan and been a bit slack, really. So yeah, this is it's the old story of like falling off the horse, really. But this is why I like the 5 live in the morning. So I always try and do at least 5. Ideally, I do around 15 to 20 listings every day. Difficult at the moment because stock is low as anything. But I am getting a box of stuff coming in hopefully this week, and I'm hopefully arranging a load of clothes coming in, which will be interesting. So there we go. But that's why I draft them. I have listed when I do this during the summer. I normally will I'll get up in the morning, take some photos, and normally I list them and they just go straight live. So yeah. Oh, one thing I was going to ask actually. I was thinking about dropping the advert. I don't know if you watch my other videos, people in the chat, but I was going to drop my ads at the start of the video, just because I think it might put a lot of people off. But yeah, let me know what you think. I don't mind those ads at the start of the video, just kind of skip past them. But I think there was a time, maybe a couple of years ago, where I saw those and it annoyed me straight away, and I clicked off them. Yeah, I would click off the video. But yeah, let me know. It's a fine line you tread doing YouTube, and obviously, I started it because I wanted to give out some relevant reselling content. But then when you do become monetized, you don't want to be taken over too much by that. But it is obviously nice. There's no denying it. It's quite nice. So yeah. But you don't want to muck up what you've got for the sake of earning more money. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, Volvo. Next engine oil filter. I seem to have a load of German Not surprising because it's Volvo. Let's have a look at sold. £5, free postage. How disappointing is that? It must be more money on that. It's a genuine Volvo. Car parts. I mean, how do you look up? It's just like a different language. It's the motorized branded. Yeah, it's a Panasonic one. Yeah, it is a branded one. Yeah. And I think you're right, the branded ones do go for more money. They're just a thing. Oh, okay. Well, I'll drop it for a little bit and see if it makes any difference. I think the important thing is to sort of just do regular videos. I know there's quite a few YouTubers that I would have followed 5 years ago, reselling ones, who maybe took a break or just stopped, and they completely lose, the people watching them. You can't really take that much of a break from it because there's new content all the time. So yeah, Mike was watching the video. Sometimes with the live ones, I forget they YouTube auto add adverts, and if you don't go back and kind of edit them, if I did this live and just left it, in about 2 hours, it could potentially have a video like every 2 minutes. And I've had a couple of people sort of like point that out to me. And it's not deliberate that I do that. Normally, on about an hour long live like this, I'll probably do one about every 10 minutes. And not all of those are breaks for video ones. Then some of them are the overlay ones. But I don't know. It's all a bit of a minefield, isn't it? I'll try not to think about it too much. Right, oil filter. I don't think this is worth any money whatsoever. I'm going to do what I shouldn't do and sort it by highest price. 3 oil filters for $13.90. I kind of thought it might be worth a bit of money. Well, there's one for $10.89. Genuine part. Bosch one. $9.99, I think, and just see how it goes. Luke, how you doing? Oh, right, okay. I hope she's well, Luke. I thought about it the other day, strangely enough, and wondered how she was getting on. So, send all my best and take it easy, mate. Let me know how you're doing. TK's has got ad blocker. Yeah. Name and part number. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've got the part number and Volvo. Maybe I should put oil filter in as well. Might be, just coming up with the same stuff. See, this is the thing. When you're listing stuff that zoom through it, I'll get something like that. I haven't got a bloody clue. But I'm going to go for $9.99. I suppose. You see how it does. Like I say, I revisit all my listings every 3 months, so I'll be able to see if it isn't selling. Right. Do you have those things that you used to always pick up, and then you come to the slow realization that it's actually not worth it? And I always used to pick up grow clocks. And the trouble with these is sometimes you get people who, I'm selling it for £8. Oh yeah, at a boot fair, and you're like, what? Hang on a minute. And I think I used to pick these up because we had these, so you kind of like drawn to stuff that you've kind of had because you think you kind of know about it. But in terms of money, I've got a feeling I used to sell them for about 15, but nowadays I don't think it's that much. Let's have a look. Used grow clock. I mean, they'll always sell, but I'm thinking £7.99, so not a lot of money. Oh, there's one here for 18 on bids. 18 quid. So what do I know? £10 on bids. That's got a box. That's got a box. Okay, let's have a look at bins. £12.99 with box. £11.50. Oh well, yeah. Maybe I've undercooked it. £14 plus postage. Oh, not too bad then. More than I thought, to be honest. Range of prices. I want to get it sold. I'm going to go £11.99, I think, plus postage. Yeah, some of them have got a box. Some of them you get a little book with it as well. Someone got one for 20 quid plus postage, but I think that's got a box with it. You're an Aquarian. Is that February? I think that's February time, isn't it? It says your birthday coming up. I think my mum's an Aquarius. Star signs now. I should do someone should do a stream on like guess resellers star signs. I'm going for £11.99 on that. It's not got a box, not got a book, and it's got slight kind of like you can just see it there. Slight amount of wear. I did give it a clean this morning, but it's still kind of like a few scratchy marks on the plastic. So we'll go for £11.99 and that's 3 items in the space of about 10 minutes. Amazing. So yeah, what I did end up with is just a whole load of chargers from these. When I buy a video recorder, okay, so now when I buy a video recorder, I'm not going to buy VHS compact. I'm not going to buy any DVD camcorders, you know, the thing with the disc on the side. I have sold one once for about 60, but I've picked up about 4 others since, and they're just not, some of them didn't work and some of them are just not worth the money. So I will be looking for 8mm. I will be looking for mini DVC, but I will always make sure it's got a charger in there because that's almost the most important bit. And these sell. So I'm just going to go through these and see how much they're worth. Yes, Gary, it's Gary's birthday tomorrow. He's 21 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Gary, at Husty's Emporium. Hope you're having a cracking one. Are you going to go out to the pub and have a massive crowd and a massive party and then get arrested for breaking the social distancing rules? Have a brilliant one. Thanks for always being here. And, yeah, enjoy your 21st birthday. There you go. Here's your shout out. Right, let's have a look at this then. Yeah, it was good being on Nick's channel. I think it was a couple of days ago. It's weird. I think he came on and was just kind of like, just around and wanted to chat. And I'd sort of been thinking a bit like that, just like, just mind going on and like just. And Rod was on, and I'm going to have to check out his channel. Apparently, he's doing something with saucepans. So we'll have a look at that a bit later on. I think Rod got a bit kind of like fed up with the reselling side of things, and I don't know if he does still resell. I'm sure he does a bit, but he's getting more into saucepans. Okay, so this is worth probably about a tenner. Which is I would have bought this stuff for a £5, and of course with camcorders, I think when I buy them, I think, let's potentially hope this is worth about 70 quid at least. And if they're not, then you know you get your money back and maybe just make a little bit of profit and move on to the next one. But the important thing is to move on, obviously. Computer's being a bit slow. Computer says no. Right, so there's 2E. Yeah, about a tenner. It has got the power lead, so I do test all these, and if one doesn't work, I will still take the little 8 power lead out of it before I chuck it. But some of them don't always have this little. You can charge the battery, but to actually plug it into the camera, you need like an additional lead that goes from here to the camera. So that's got that. So I might try and get maybe £3 more. So what have I done? £9.99. Let's do £12.99. It's got the power lead as well. That's that one. I've got a few of these actually. I'll do 2 and then I'll move on to something else. So this is a VSK 0317. A bit dull, isn't it? It's not, not exactly mind-blowing items. Now this again's got the power cord, and it's got the remote control for the camera. And I had another little remote control, and I thought it might be worth selling separately. But when I looked up, it was for a compact camera, Panasonic compact. When I looked it up, there hadn't been one sold in the last year. So it's like, I'm not going to list something that hasn't, no one's bought it in the last year. But I'll bundle that with it. It looks like they go for about 20. There's a few that have gone for 20. So seeing as this again has got the power into the camera, that little lead there, which isn't the most common of plugs, and it's got the remote control, I'll instead of 20 I'll try £24.99. Hello Cat Peddler, how you doing, Derek? Good to see you. Right, that's 2 of those done. So I've got a big mountain of camcorders which is waiting to go down the dump, or I think my local Tesco's has a small electrical like bin you can chuck stuff in, so they might go in there if I can. I've got a console listing day tomorrow. 2 N64s, 1 Wii, 1 PS3. Yeah, I've probably got about 8 PS3s. I've got a list one I've got a return on, but does actually work. I've got a GameCube that I wanted to sell, but it didn't have the TV leads, and I bought some TV leads and they were rubbish. So if you do have any contacts for getting GameCube leads, what are they called? The yellow, white, red leads, composite leads, let me know. Yeah, Derek, I did think about selling these compact cameras as a spares repairs bundle, but I looked up and it's just not worth it. Like, I've got 2 Sanyo VHS-C cameras, and I've looked up comps on them, and if I'd looked up comps and there'd have been ones that had sold in the last 12 months, I'd have sold them, but I couldn't see anything. You might be right, though. I might be wrong. Yeah, maybe I should. But I just want to get them out of the way. That's the other thing. Right. I'm getting a bit... My blood pressure is rising as I'm selling less and less. And this is another thing I always used to pick up. I think, brilliant, I'll buy that for like £1 or £2. And they will sell. But it's the kind of thing I guess I'm moving away from. I'll buy it if it's cheap. That's kind of what I'm doing. Right, let's have a look at this one. I'm thinking this will be somewhere between sort of, well, it's in a box, it's in good condition, it does work, it doesn't look horrible, it looks pretty good. I imagine it's about £15 plus postage. And I think I would have bought it for 2, possibly. Mike Harris is asking, have I picked anything up from Facebook last week? No, I do look at Facebook, but I don't have hardly any success with it. very, very little success. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that it takes up too much of my time, really. So normally in an evening, I'll go on Marketplace and look at, recommended and new stuff, new listings in my area. But I'll restrict it to half an hour. I had a couple of things. I pinged, is it still available? But didn't hear anything. So, yeah, there you go. Thank goodness Dave Repairs is here. Thank God. Hello, Dave. How you doing? I was just saying I was on Nick's channel when they were talking about my wonderful repair videos, which I haven't done one for a while. I have to think about doing another one of those. Who knows? I need to do a haul on... I'll show you. I'll get this down for Dave because I do keep meaning to do a video on this. Oh. I don't want to drop this. So I got these and two Atari STs. I didn't know about this. I was a Amiga A500 boy, which I've got one up there in the box, which is kind of quite good. But this is a little 600, which works very nicely. I've tested those. They didn't come with power supplies or anything, but I used my 500 power supplies. What's Dave saying? Had to take the whole thing apart. It's videoed. And yeah, I got this as well, which again works. I was completely taken aback when I turned these on and there was a different introductory screen. I don't know what you call those screens, interface screen, because I was used to the blue disc, with the hand. And I was like, all of a sudden confronted by this purple thing. But yeah. Anyway, this does have a card in it, which I'll show Dave, hopefully, if I can find a screwdriver, which, of course, I can't. Let's see if I can just... Oh, I think we're all right. Come on. I'll probably break it. So, is this going to mean anything to you, Dave? It's got... I've taken the battery out, It's got an 8 meg expansion on it. So I don't know whether that means anything to you. All looks very nice. But I want to get these. These aren't for reselling, by the way. I bought them to eventually set up in a little kind of like, like those sad man cave retro channels that you get. I want to be one of those sad man cave retro channels. But it's just finding the room and the time. It's not letting me put that in now. I'm terrified I'm going to snap something. It's like old plastic can just like shatter if you're not careful. Oh, there we go. But there we go, Dave. Yeah, I want to get these set up. I want to just sort of do something with them, really. Right, did I look up that blood monitor? Here we go. From Amigas to blood monitors. 20. Ooh, I'm going to try $15.99 on this one. I think. Oh, Dave liked that. I thought Dave might like that. I was talking about Yoshi earlier because I had a bunch of these, which are worth, all right money, between 10 and 20 pounds. But Yoshi is kind of like one of my favourite characters because in the Nintendo Pinball, which I used to play like avidly when I was sort of 18, 19, 20, they had a big Yoshi character on it, and there was a special Yoshi feature. And Dave, I think remind me if I'm wrong here, but I think you repaired a Nintendo pinball machine, which is like, when he said that, I was like, God, that's the pinball machine I used to just play like down the refectory all the time when I was down in Sussex. But there you go. Right, $15.99 for that. saved us. It is weird, you know. You kind of have all this old crud. I've just wheeled my chair over the Grow Clock power supply, so I'll have to check whether that still works. And it's just hanging around. Like it's just hanging around for probably over a year, and so much of this stuff you put on and it just sells. And like I sold a bamboo steamer the other day, which had just been hanging around for absolutely ages. And I put it on and it sold for like 14 quid or whatever. But yeah, it's amazing. I always said the difficulty when you start reselling is that you start with nothing. And then, you know, you might go out and get like 50 items, but it's only those 50 items. And it's only after, I don't know how long it takes, but it's like maybe 2-3 years where you have this stuff built up behind you. The mountain, okay, you have the mountain. And the mountain is like a bit kind of like overbearing sometimes, but when you're not sourcing, it's your lifesaver. And you can go, oh yeah, I have got a load of these that have just been sitting there. Are they worth anything? And you know, I know ideally you should check this stuff out as you get it straight away, but to have that kind of like, I don't know, it's like squirrels living off, you know, feeding up to live off the fat in the winter or something. You know, it's something like that, isn't it? It's something to actually delve into, and that takes a while. That does take a while. Well, I went, Mike, you saying your mountain was in 2 months. This time last year, when the lockdown happened, and I was again scraping a bit of the bottom of the barrel because our boot fairs had ended in September due to like very rainy weather in 2019, and normally car boots would get going at Easter, like really get going. I've been doing a lot of jumble sales over the Christmas period, but they didn't get going till June. And when June came around, I was like hitting absolutely everything. I was really glad I did, and buying like crazy. So there we go. Right, I've got a few more chargers. Got a Sony one here, which I'm hoping will go. It's a AL25B. So, you know, anything over a tenner, I'm kind of like happy with, because like I say, I would have bought this stuff for not very much money. That the power cables kind of built into it. You don't have to plug it in separately. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, so the rest of my days I've got to waddle down to Hermes with my massive box, 60 by 50 by 40, which has 88 WWE belts in. They're off to the Philippines. I've done a Google search on that. What am I doing? Like a complete doofus. I'll tell you what, Dave, what I need to buy, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this last video. I need to get all my kit of soldering stuff. I kind of buy it in, you know, bits and pieces, which I don't think is the right thing to do. But like I've got a heat gun, I've got a soldering iron, but I need some better solder. I need stuff with flux in it. I've got a separate flux. I need to get make sure I've got the right flux. I probably need a better multimeter because my multimeter doesn't beep. You just have to look at it to make sure you've got continuity. I should get an extractor fan. That's one thing I should get. I've got a desoldering sucker, but I'm tempted to get a desoldering, you know, electric gun. Yeah, the non-beepers. But it's difficult though, because sometimes you start looking at things you need for electronics, and the variance in price can be like, oh, I could get that for 25 quid, or I could pay like 200 quid. But yeah, and I need lots of little bits like is it capstan tape, and and I had to get some see, I don't even know the name of the stuff. I had to get some thermal glue the other day, but because I thought, oh yeah, I definitely need some thermal glue. But I just need a stock of stuff. And when you're new to all of this, you kind of don't really know what you need, and you do buy it in dribs and drabs. And you just need to get, like, I got a load of sockets the other day, but I've not used any, so I've got a bunch of these because I should be fixing my Atari and all the stuff, but I've just got a load of these and I haven't used any. So yeah, I need to sit down and sort of get on with that, because it's the sort of stuff I'd really enjoy. Anyway, right, the ASL 25B, $12.99 free postage. Someone's trying to sell one now for $12.99 free postage. So I think I might go $12.99 free postage. Match it up. Yeah, I don't often do free postage, but if there's someone else doing that for free postage, that's what I'll go for. Right, let's recharge this. I've done quite a lot of stuff actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 6. I've got 1 charger left, so I'll take a look at this before I go. I've got 4 minutes to do this. Clothes not in a shed. No, I don't have my clothes in the shed. I don't have much stock indoors. Well, in the house, but clothes I will have in the house. I was a bit worried about my electronics being outside in the cold, not because of damp or anything, but just because of condensation, the heat change. I sold this and it came back with a return because there was just, and I can still see it, it's just a kind of like, it's not condensation, but it looks like just a film. Just a slight kind of film. You're never going to be able to see it on there, and I don't know whether to relist this because it does work. And I can't get into clean. I'd have to take it all to bits, and I don't want to do that. So it's a bit kind of like, what do I do? It's like £35 camera, that probably. But the person who bought it sounded like a complete git. I was just glad I got it back and there was no negative on it. I was like, yeah, send it back, whatever. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, hairdryer, I know where you're coming from with that, because I've actually left it kind of in the warmth of the sun. I thought, well, the sun isn't too hot today. It's low in the sky, and it might just give it that kind of little bit of a cook to get rid of that. But it's kind of annoying that I was hoping maybe you could just unclip something on that front, but I don't think you can. But I'll leave it cooking and see how it goes. We'll see what happens. All right, let's have a look at this last one, and then I'll let you all get on. Got 1 minute and a half. It's a VAR S12. And again, anything between sort of like anything over 10, I'm happy with. Sanyo. It's a Sanyo one. S15, 53, no 12s. Okay, let's have a look at comps. Rice and silica gel, yeah. I'll put it in a. What's that, Dave? Is it like a pot of boiling rice just before I have my curry? Just dunk in the camera. I'll do that. Yeah, rice is a good one. If you ever spill anything on a device, my dad spilled a coffee on his iMac, but of course you have to know what to do straight away. So if you have got like a computer or something, you spill something, thing to do is turn it upside down, rip the plugs out, but turn it upside down straight away, get it on a towel, And Dave will correct me if I'm wrong on this. Put it on a towel and then just get it in some rice straight away, and pray to the gods. Plenty of soy sauce, yeah. That will be all right if you use plenty of soy sauce on your computers. You'll be fine. Just get it hot, yeah. Don't rinse it under the tap. That's not the thing to do. No exact matches. So I'll just go on this. There's a someone trying to sell a similar charger, an S15 rather than an S12 for 20 quid free postage. No comps, so probably won't even sell, but I'll probably go $12.99 on that and see how that does. Still similar on that, but change the title. Yeah, $12.99 plus my postage is £3.79. Maybe I might go a bit higher. Maybe $14.99. I do look at things every 3 months, so it all gets looked at. Right, I think that's my lot. That's the hour done. Oh, thank God it's over, you all say. Thanks for watching. If you do like it, do the business on the thumbs up and the liking and whatever. If you're not subbed, do please sub. It always does make a huge difference. Every time I get a new subscriber, I'm absolutely thrilled. And I go into the depths of depression whenever I lose subscribers. It's a true story. It is a true story. But have a great week, everyone. Take care. Hope you get some good sales. And probably see you in a couple of days for... I've got a sales video, which is like the second half of December. And then I'll try and do a video, which is a bit more kind of like of my usual analytical stuff. I might even be doing a video on a haul of stuff I'm getting through. Who knows? That'll be exciting. But for now, take care. I'll see you soon.